もうすぐお別れだ。また会いに行くよ。そこが仮想か現実か、それはわからないけど。
もし君がこの世界の意味を追い続けるのであれば、芽吹いた先にその答えがあるかもしれない。
Well, that was certainly interesting. I am still a little bit confused on what Atsuki was actually hoping to accomplish there.
前に言っていた政府関連の知り合い、機構課に連絡した。そいつに君たちを会わせることも考えたんだけど。
Tell me, Kirito.
セリスカは自宅で確認されたそうだ。眠るように死んでいた。原因はナーブギアだ。
セリスカさん。
彼女は密かにデスガンの情報を探っていたようだ。でもまさか自分の上司がデスガンの手先だとは知らなかったみたいだね。パイソンというプレイヤーに会ったことはあるだろう。彼はザスカーの社員だったんだ。デスゲームエリアを作ったのも彼だし、以前から気に入らないプレイヤーのアカウント停止などをしていたらしい。ただパイソンも自分の部下がゼリスカだとは知らなかったみたいだけどね。ナーブギアを送る際にゼリスカのリアルの名前を知って驚いたそうだ。
じゃあアルファルドがデスゲームを。
いや、今回の件に関係していたのはパイソンだけらしい。警察の取り調べでは樹の素晴らしさを延々と語っているってさ。でも肝心の樹はどこにいるのかすらわからない。アルファルドのメンバーたちを調べてみても誰もリアルの樹を知らないんだ。いや、みんな聞いている情報が少しずつ違うという方が正確かな。住んでいる場所、職業、年齢、意識的に情報を混ぜていたとしか思えない。
何それ。じゃあ手がかりは全くないの？
それと君たちから警察が回収したナーブギアだけど、クレハのものだけが偽物だった。アミスフィアの外観を偽装したものだったってさ。
なんで？
研究施設から盗まれたのは2だ。誰に偽物を送るかについては特に意図されていなかった。いや、あえて運に任せていたようだ。パイソンが預かった包みは3つ。それを指定された住所に送っただけだと言っていたそうだよ。
ひどい。じゃあ樹も安全なアミュスフィアを使っていたというわけなのね。
Oh boy. I mean, he did get Zaliska killed, so.
正解は樹に聞かないとわからないな。ごく稀にナーブギアを隠し持っている人もいるらしいし、おそらく樹には現実世界でも協力者がいるんだろう。機構家は徹底的に洗い出すと言っていたよ。俺からの報告は以上だ。多分君たちはまだ混乱していると思う。君が落ち着いたら展望台に来てくれないか。君と初めて会った日、少し話しただろう。そこで待っている。
もう頭がごちゃごちゃ。なんか るのに実感がないの。正解なんてないわよ、こういうことには。ただ考えて思って。あんたはごめん、あんたが一番ショックよね。セリスカさんとすごく仲良かったのに。
Well, I didn't go out of my way to gain affinity with her, but probably closer than anyone else, I suppose.
あんたがどういう決断をするのかわかんないけど、私はあんたと同じ道を選ぶわ。リアルでも GGO でも構わない。ずっとそばにいるから。
You're really strong.
今回のことで私少し分かった気がするの。セリスカさんにキリトさんたち、それにイツキさんも教えてくれた。強さって何なのかを誰よりもあんたが示してくれた。きっとね、人は大事なものがなければ強くなれない。私にとって本当に大事なのはランキングに入ることでもみんなに認められることでもなかった。大事な人に必要とされたかった。似ているようでね、全然違うんだよ。だから私は強くなれなかったんだ。仮想でも現実でも私たちがしっかり生きていればセリスカさんは喜んでくれると思う。私もあんたもまだまだ弱いけどさ、一緒に行こ
う。本当に来てくれたんだな。いや、俺の時は当分誰とも話す気になれなくてさ、ずっと一人でいたんだ。でも俺の場合は俺がどうしようもなくダメなやつで、俺のせいだったから。俺はいわゆる SAO サバイバーなんだよ。その中でも攻略組って呼ばれている前線にいたプレイヤーでさ、仲間を失ったこともある。人を殺したこともある。
You mean you're the Kirito who beat SAO? You're that hero, the Black Swordsman?
あのデスゲームをクリアできたのはみんなの力だ。俺を英雄と呼ぶ人もいるけれど、俺は決してそんな立派なものじゃない。ソードアートオンラインでも他のゲームでもデスガン事件でも、俺は自分の無力さを痛感するばかりだよ。だけどアスナたちが支えてくれた。みんなと出会って今こうして生きていられる。だから決して同情とかじゃなくって、君の気持ちが少しはわかるし、何かできないかと思ったんだ。おせっかいだったら悪い。でも聞き役くらいはできるつもりだよ。
At the end, I heard a strange voice, or why did Itsuki and Deathgun do those things?
その言葉聞き覚えがあるんだけど、 VR 空間に過去の全てが記憶されているという噂は本当なのかな。君が聞いた声はもしかすると茅場明彦のものかもしれないな。
I knew it.
そういえば知っているかい。茅場は SAO をクリアされた後に脳をスキャンしたって話。脳を焼き切るほどの高出力スキャンで自分の精神のデジタル化を試みた。成功例のない話だけど、ネットワークの中にあいつはいるのかもな。デスガンの犯人、新川兄弟のうち弟の教授はシノンに猛襲じみた思いを抱いていた。 シノンは孤高で最強の存在だと決めつけ、その理想をシノンに押し付けていた。俺の勝手な憶測だけど、おそらく樹もね、君に何かを重ねていた。いや、求めていたのかな。今思い返せばだけど、彼らは現実世界より仮想世界に比重が傾いていた。おそらく現実世界に失望していたんだろうね。どちらの世界でも俺たちが生きていることに変わりはないのにな。なんかわからないことばかりだな。でもこれだけは自信を持って言える。君を大切に思う奴はいっぱいいる。その人たちのことを忘れないでほしい。もちろん俺もその一人だから。
それじゃあ意味わかんないわよ。まあ、いちいち説明しなくてもわかるだろうけど。
みんな考えていることは一緒か。行こう。
So that was the end, I guess. Oh, and then we get to see who voiced everybody. It even says Heathcliff on there. That's pretty good. So yeah, this game, what can I say about it? I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I will say that. There were some things that I did think that maybe they did not implement the best, and especially I would say the death gun part would be a major thing that I would call out on that, because it just seems like maybe they should have introduced him earlier while you were doing the Flugel quest to kind of have him have more of a presence, and then just be one of those things where your character and his and their friends think that, you know, he's just joking or whatever, like most people supposedly did. So, and then have him go into, like, lead up to the death gun part of him being more, like, just giving him more screen time, I guess. But at the same time, it just feels like when you go through Kirito mode and you fight him, he's definitely not there for very long, and at the same time, he doesn't really do anything to affect the story very much. I mean, it's almost like they put him in here, put Death Gun in the game to just call back to the second season of Sword Art Online the anime, and I definitely feel like it definitely could have been done a lot better. But it was okay, I guess. I really think the fight with him with Kirito mode could have definitely been different, I guess, because when you're dealing with somebody who can deal at least a quarter or if not a third of your health every shot with a sniper rifle, and him having paralysis, either mines or I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what he even uses to paralyze you, but it just doesn't really feel like the boss fight was really done right, and it almost feels anticlimactic as well. The whole thing with the whole death game scenario that they did at the very end, I thought it was a decent callback to the whole Sword Art Online thing. What it originated is being the whole death game thing. So I think that was a decent enough callback to it, and it was done reasonably well. It just kind of seemed odd though that your Arphasis is like, oh, we're just gonna log out, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm gonna grab a nerve gear. It doesn't say, oh, you got this as in the mail or anything like that to kind of give any background to it. They're just like, oh, jump straight into it. So that was something. And I really wasn't expecting them to kill off any characters. I really wasn't. So Zeliska dying especially, that did take me by surprise. I think that for the players who definitely take the time to get her affinity up and having the various cutscenes with her, I think that definitely would have a lot more of an impact than it did for me, since I pretty much was only having people in my party that I liked from the previous games, or I guess I only had certain characters in my party primarily, like my Arphasis at all times, Premier and Yuki, I guess, to a degree. Like, I only had primarily those characters in there. So it definitely could have hit harder if I actually got more affinity with Zeliska, I think. As for Itsuki, I think he was decently well done. He kind of goes off as a guy that he's... Oh. You want time to save your friend. If you choose not to, you will be returned to the title screen. Ooh, does that mean I get a chance to save Zeliska? I'm a bit confused. So basically choosing that allows Zeliska to come back? I'm really baffled right now. I don't even know what to say to that. So does that mean... Yeah, now they're making it seem like not choosing that, she doesn't come back. But if you do choose it, well then you finish the quest, but she's still alive. That really confuses me. Because if that, because I think this game might have different endings. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it looks like I've kind of looked at that there might be different endings. Now, what? Because now it looks like I'm all the way back at the Flugel, which doesn't make the most sense. But yeah, I think they made Itsuki pretty decent, in the sense that he kind of gives off a vibe that he's just a guy that's that he wants to make you acknowledge of how GGO works by making it harder for you, I guess, in a sense. And that basically he wants to do sort of what is best for you by understanding these things. Or at least that is kind of the vibe I get. So he does kind of seem like an alright character. Now, him just being a flat-out villain, though, I'm not exactly sure how well necessarily that was done. Now, playing through the game, I apparently got the ending B. Like, it even says Arphasis Awakening B. Battle End B. So, like, the whole battle was for the B ending. And it also says normal ending B. That's kind of interesting. So, yeah. I'm not exactly sure if I will be able to get all the different endings. I would probably have to look up a tutorial on how to do it, but that looks like that is pretty much where I'm gonna call it. I'm not exactly sure how much of when I'll actually get to doing the different endings. Since I got one of the endings, I think I'm probably going to do the DLCs next, but we'll have to see. So that is going to be interesting. So final thoughts as well for this game. I think definitely the story isn't as good as Hollow Realizations was, personally. Now, I think they did a pretty good job on introducing the new characters. The Arphasis, I think, was pretty well done. Also, different enough from Premier that Premier still has a significance, because basically your Arphasis is basically the same as Premier, or at least very similar. So I'm glad that they made them different enough that Premier is still unique, I guess, for a lack of a better term. And I think Zaliska and Itsuki, as the game went on, with them being the top players and everything, that they were definitely well done in that sense, that they really felt like they did a good job on the new characters. As far as Basalt Joe, or as I call him, the Russian. I don't really think that he was as well done as the other two, for sure. He just kind of seems like the kind of guy that he's just there to be there, I guess. He doesn't really feel like he adds anything. And even when he joins your party, it just feels like I don't really feel like I should use him. I would rather use someone else. Now, he does have one of the highest amount of hit points, and I think he uses assault rifle and a pistol, I think. Handgun, I mean. So, I mean, he's alright, but I don't really have any reason to use him except for just curiosity to see what the affinity things are, and I kind of feel like the DLC characters interest me more than Basalt Joe did. And I know that kind of sounds sad, but that's kind of how I feel about him. He's just kind of there. As far as the Sword Art Online alternative characters go, I think I still have not seen the anime, so I have no idea how good or bad I would claim the anime of that is, but I am glad that they introduced those characters as well, even though that most of them seem to be female. I mean, they did add 1 or 2 more male characters, maybe even just 1, but it just seems like off and on Sword Art Online, especially the video games, they have so many more female characters than male characters. So, but either way, I think they were I do really like that they added those characters. They seem to be pretty well done and unique enough for me to be interested in them. Now, as for the existing characters that have returned from the previous games, I think they were really well done as well. Like, especially their outfits. I really liked the outfits that they made for each character to make them really feel like they belonged in GGO, even though that in the anime they, as far as I know, never entered GGO whatsoever. So that was definitely a major pro to me when I was looking at this before it was available, that seeing the different outfits that they came up with, most of them fit their character really well, and they really feel like they fit the characters, definitely. The only one that I find to be that I kind of feel iffy on is probably Reigns, and that's pretty much the only one, because I don't know, she's always worn like dress, like maid related dresses in the other games that she's been in, so having her in an officer's outfit just doesn't really feel like it fits as well. But pretty much everyone else, it definitely works really well with them. Or maybe Silica in a way. That one's a bit iffy too, I guess, for me. But all in all, I think they did a good job on the characters, especially. Now, for the affinity stuff, I think they did affinity ranks right in this game. In Hollow Realization, you were pretty much forced to get every character that you wanted to use in your party to affinity rank 5, and that is because you needed to get them to rank 4 and 5 to give them better weapons and armor in that game. So you were pretty much forced to do that unless you wanted to have them stay having their terrible equipment. But in this game, the affinity rank system, not only does it take absolutely no involvement, like you don't In Holy Realization, you have to complement the different characters to raise their affinity or have dates with them for, I would probably call them mostly dates in that one. So you still had to do stuff in order to get affinity, but in this game, all you need to do is have them in your party, and then they pretty much raise affinity for as long as they're in your party, which is great. So basically, it doesn't really take away from the experience. You don't have to. You're getting affinity ranks is an optional thing, truly, in this game. In Holy Realization, since you needed to get to 5 to give them better armor, it just felt like you had to get them to level 5, and level 6 is the max, so you pretty much were forced to get them nearly maxed out in order to have them be good characters in your party. And in this game, the affinity only affects having special cutscenes and events with them, as far as I know. Now, well, and also once you get them to level 4, you can change their outfit, which is completely a cosmetic thing. The costume that they have does not affect their abilities at all, as far as I'm aware. So they definitely did affinity right, I would say. Now, the whole thing for the story as well, having different endings definitely adds to the replayability of the game, or at least makes it so that it lengthens the game in a good way. Not only does it add replayability if you want to play through the whole game again in order to get the different endings, but it also allows you to actually go back in time, so to say, enough in time in order to get those different endings without needing to replay the whole entire game. And I think that's great. A really great idea in there that says, oh, if you want to get a different ending, we can get you to the point where you can go off and choose different decisions that affect it. So that is great as well. One thing that did kind of bother me, though, is that considering how many female characters there are in Sword Art Online, I really feel like the game is kind of encouraging players to make a male avatar just to have relationships with those ladies. So I feel like if there are any, I mean, I shouldn't say if, for how many women play this game, I really kind of feel bad, because even though that they did add a number of male characters, the female characters outnumber the male characters probably like 5-1. So if you want to get affinity with male characters in order to have relationships with them, and I don't even know how many of them have pillow talk scenes or sleepovers, that there just isn't very many there. I mean, Agil is technically already married, and then Klein, I mean, there's always Klein, you know, he's always available. And then there's Itsuki, and then Basalt Joe, I guess, and then M, I don't even know about M necessarily. So yeah, that it definitely feels like if hopefully in the next game, if they choose to allow you to create your own avatar, which I mean would be great if they did, because they did a pretty good job of having stuff be unique for your avatar and not just Kirito. That I hope that they do add more male characters for for anyone who wants to play a female avatar. So another thing, I guess, is that with Shinkoa, another reason why it would have been great if he was in the group as a friend is that it's another male character that they could have added. Now, it would probably be really hard for him to get off of clinging to Sinon, but, you know, he at least would have had a chance. You know, you would have a chance, so. So I guess, hopefully that is everything that I've mentioned about my final thoughts. I mean, I know it's kind of gotten long, and I kind of wanted to cover a lot of stuff. I mean, this game took me roughly 70 hours to beat, I think, according to my Steam thing, including all the farming and level grinding I did. So for the environments, I think that they did a good job on making the dungeons and open areas feel good to roam in. The only thing is that sometimes their level gaps are unfortunately really big. So for an example, there might be an area that has level 50 enemies, and then the only difference in levels is an area that has level 40 or level like 67 or 70. So that's not as good as it should, could have been, in my opinion. Another thing is that various different characters from the previous games are missing. Now, of course, in this game, I have mentioned time and time again, well, or at least on quite a few accounts, that it would have been great if they added Tia, which is one of the reasons why I made my female avatar Tia, was because why not? And you can also pretty much duplicate what she looks like, or at least her younger self. So it would have been great if they would have added her in there as well. Now, yeah, I know I'm saying that they should have added another female character when I just complain about the whole number of female characters. Yeah, I know, but I really liked Tia in Hollow Realization, so it would have been great to have more cutscenes between Premier, Tia, and either Kirito or your avatar. So that would have been great. Another thing is that Seven is mentioned multiple times, and she even said that she was going to join at some point if she had time between research. So that might be a hint that we're getting Seven at some point, but it would have been good to have Seven as well. Premier and Tia and Rain and Seven, in my opinion, they just don't really feel right without their sisters. For some reason, it just feels like something is missing if they're both not there. So that's kind of my thoughts on the various characters, and they're also adding Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh, who is also in Hollow Realization, into this game with the third DLC, so that's something to look forward to. I do like Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh, but honestly, I would rather have Tia than both of them, so yeah. I think I've pretty much talked long enough about my thoughts on the game. I mean, I know I pretty much covered everything, and I'll probably go over a lot of it after we do all of the DLCs. Currently, as I'm recording this, only the first two DLCs are out, so I can only play those two at this time, and I can't play the third one, which by the time I beat the first two DLCs, depending on how long they are, the third one's probably going to be out by the time I'm done with that anyway. Another thing is that in town I see all kinds of text boxes for cutscenes, so I'm not exactly sure if that is telling us that we can review cutscenes, if that's how that works. If you can review cutscenes that way, which honestly I would rather review them in the gallery if that is the case, and we're gonna see in the next episode what that is gonna be like. So yeah, I think this game definitely did well, but it definitely could have been better. I would say that I did like Hollow Realization more. Now, by how much? Well, we'll see after the DLCs, because honestly, Hollow Realization, if a large chunk that I really liked was the DLCs, because they focused on Tia mostly. So yeah, I might as well call this episode a review at this point. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and that is, as far as I know, the end of the main story, or at least one of the endings, ending B. And hopefully if you watched all of the rest of this Let's Play, that you've enjoyed it. And I think it's definitely been something that I liked, and that I was encouraged, or at least I enjoyed it enough to want to continue it until the end, even though that I kind of feel like there was a few things that felt like artificial lengthening to me. And thank you to any viewers that liked my Let's Play, or even viewed at all, because I'm well aware that most of the videos that I posted up have less than 10 views, so anyone that watched this, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I can improve my Let's Playing skills with doing games like this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the series so far, and next time we'll see what those various cutscenes are, if they're any different, and also dive into the DLCs. So until then, have a wonderful day.